So, whilst you can hear me, the plan is to go to a place called St Winnow, which is the other side of this estuary, so it actually involves a big long way round, or relatively long way round, because there is no bridge. So I need to turn around, I reckon. See if I do that easily enough, because I can flat foot this bike easily on here. So I try not to run into those people who look as though they want to come down off here. Oh, look at the car. Citroen Traction Bolt. Very nice. A bit before, but so yes. Going up Water Lane now. Oh, somebody there doing some video work. That's what those two gentlemen in the large vehicle were doing. Yeah, interesting. Water Lane. Hope things are recording both video and audio. I had so many troubles with this. Really need to get a proper setup. The Yi 4K is pretty much useless, and I really need a proper vlogging setup. I've never achieved it, so hopefully this is one step closer towards it. I won't say it's the achievement, but it's getting there. I think I need to chin mount the camera rather than chest mount it, although that's sort of acceptable. You get a better point of view if it's mounted on the chin. So back up to the top of the hill, up the slopes of the valley, which is a drowned glacial valley, I think. And these things are called rias. I remember from my geography at school. Got an A for O level. Only one I did get, I admit. And not a road to be going up fast. None of these roads are. As you can see, people coming around on the wrong side of the road. He's a naughty boy. But your eye was going nice and slow, wasn't it? No. Well, let's hope the sound is clearer here. I'll put the visor down. That will help to some degree. And we're going straight on here. Okay, so we need to get past this geezer. Lovely road this to ride. Really peaceful. Just got to be a little bit careful because there's quite a lot of side turnings. Potential for foreign traffic. Tourist season. now I'm going to turn right up to the wrong road, 390 through going through Cornwall on the southern side, the three main roads through Cornwall, the A30, 39, and 390, or 4 I suppose you include the A38. That's maybe a different road. So maybe the team and so yeah, you can follow this road for a mile or two. Going to be turning right. It's with you. And then the other side of the estuary. So short distance as the crow flies, right along the road. Interesting. So essentially what we've done, we've tracked up the side of the Fowey estuary with narrow lots with the on, and where the Fowey river goes through. And yeah, that's the river's quite a pleasant little place. Yeah. We're going to be turning right in just under half a mile. It's called Cot Road. Yeah. So now we turned, and basically we're going to go down here, track down here towards a place called Lowen, which is another really nice place actually. Add to my list of photo locations to come back for a serious shoot, either with the big camera or the digital or the medium format. Just the hot weather today is bright and sunny and very difficult to make a really good image in these conditions, even with a Polaroid. So, just a photo recce today. Find somewhere to mark this motorcycle. Very good places. Couple of adverts there. Walk for them actually. Really quite awkward. That's to go right back onto the body patch. So here we are at last in St Winnow, and as you might be able to hear, there seems to be lots of background noise. I think that might be the train, which is the other side, of course. Seems to be dog walker's paradise here. So here we are at St Winnow. There's the Kawasaki. I'm just going to walk up this way a bit, because I think there's a farm museum up here. I'm not sure it'll be open, but worth looking at it from the outside. So I think the map says something grand like a farm museum, but yeah, there's a few farm implements of days gone by outside, and there's a little array of veg to purchase, perhaps some eggs as well. Yeah, so this is a public footpath leading out of St Winnow. I don't know how far it goes up the hill and where it goes to. Just have a walk along the first few yards, avoiding the heifer poo. Obviously a bit stressed. There's beautiful rolling hills. 1, 2, 3. Better view of that clump of trees there. They would make a good subject, but I'm not sure how close you can get to them. Maybe you can photograph them from the footpath, maybe with a longer lens. The light is right, that could be stunning. So, to the right is the estuary itself. So we'll go down to the church now and then have a look at the estuary, which is pretty much tied out at the moment. So we're at St Winnow Church. See the estuary and curving away to our left, church to the right. Beautiful location. Many old gravestones, memorials, tombs. Don't know how old the church is. That little door is very photogenic, isn't it? Tomb in front too. Lots of old leaning slate headstones, Celtic cross, of course, not an ancient one. So I'm in the porch at St Winnow Church. It's got a beautiful barrel roof with carved corbels on the wooden beams. Obviously quite old. I don't know how much you can see of it behind me. And these are really some obvious old carved pew ends. Beautiful. I, of course, am not an expert on church architecture, but I can see that the rood screen is intact, and those mostly aren't in most parts of Britain because of Cromwell and his gentlemen who tore down most of them. Lots more carved wooden pew ends here, really ornately carved pulpit here. I don't know the dates of any of these things. I'll look some of this stuff up and put it on screen if I can. And there is the high altar itself, and some beautiful stained glass windows there, probably a Victorian era, but maybe earlier. Possibly parts from an earlier windows. Many of these churches have suffered throughout the years, but some beautiful work, perhaps a bit more modern, and of course the tiles. Many of these were again Victorian, but I'm not an expert. Beautiful organ. And some more stained glass this side. St Winnow, St Nectan, Nectan's Glen, of course, well known holy well here in Cornwall. And a large plaque memorial in front. And finally the font. Again, dates unknown, but I'll put information up as and when I acquire it. But it's certainly ancient. Been here a long time. And a nice urn for when you visit the church for those tea and coffee mornings. And display of goods. Unfortunately, I haven't brought any cash with me today. So, on another occasion I will purchase. And the bell tower, complete with its bell ringers ropes, which looks to be in pretty excellent condition. You can see up there, well, that looks to be recently installed, or at least maintained, well painted. So yeah, church obviously in active use. Encrusted gravestones that gnarl oak beyond make good subjects, depending very much on the light. Yeah. So this is St Winnow's churchyard. St Winnow's beautiful, quiet country church with 3 orange congregation, wild estuary. Walk you around in a minute and I'll show you the rest of the location. And finally we come to the slip yard itself. There are boats waiting to be launched for the season. Probably owners busy clearing them up. This little converted presumably chapel of some kind. One side. Let's get it into view. Here it is. Really rather beautiful. So this is the footpath as we're down. So there we have it. 2 little estuary side villages on opposing parts of the estuary of the Fowey river. Both peaceful, quiet places, both filled with opportunities for photographs, wildlife, scenery, of buildings, and of course sometimes of people. So, signing out now. Hope you've enjoyed watching what bits of this I can salvage that are editable. Yeah, so I'll be coming back to these places at suitable times to try and make some quality images. Just capitalising what's in the distance there in terms of the wildlife. There are birds and right, stop recording. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.